Montgomery County lost a legend this week. William Harvey Siegler passed away yesterday afternoon, just weeks after celebrating his 102nd birthday. Our sympathies and condolences are with Harvey's family, friends, and all those who knew and were inspired by him over his long life. At his core, Harvey was a humanitarian. Last year, I was so honored to rename the County Executive's Humanitarian Award after him and his sister, Inez Siegler Maccabee. Harvey was a veteran, a mentor, a historian, and a good friend to everyone, including myself. During his lifelong pursuit for equality and justice, his accomplishments included striking down job discrimination and promoting the hiring of African Americans in government agencies like Montgomery County Public Schools, and in the Montgomery County Fire Department. Harvey was a Montgomery County Human Rights Hall of Fame recipient, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Humanitarian Award recipient, African American Living Legend Award recipient, as well as being a member and leader in the Montgomery County branch of the NAACP. William Harvey Siegler's life and legacy will never be forgotten. Every resident and every community in Montgomery County owes a debt of gratitude for his life's work to make this a more and better, equitable, and more livable county for all. April is Earth Month, and doing everything we can to care for this planet is more critical than ever. This week, the latest UN report on climate change was released, indicating that carbon emissions from 2010 to 2019 have never been higher in human history. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres warns that it's now or never to limit global warming. Climate change is the existential crisis of our time. And I've been very vocal about the need to take real action in leading Montgomery County to address what we can to ensure a healthier community and planet for our current and future residents. I'm proud that, as a county, we're known around the region, state, and throughout the nation as a leader on this issue. We continue to make progress towards Montgomery County's climate goals to reduce our community-wide greenhouse gases by 80% by 2027 and by 100% by 2035. These goals are among the most ambitious in the country and the world, and implementing the Climate Action Plan is an all-hands-on-deck effort. It requires concerted action to address emissions from buildings, transportation, and energy sectors, and also to enhance climate resilience, all while prioritizing racial equity and social justice in the community. And we've acted on 75 of the 86 recommendations in the Climate Plan, and more action will come. Earlier this week, Montgomery County's Department of Environmental Protection and the U.S. Green Building Council of the National Capital Region hosted its 9th Annual Energy Summit and its first in-person summit since the pandemic began. Over 300 attendees from the green building and sustainability professionals gathered in Silver Spring, as well as online for this two-day summit. I was pleased to address the audience and update them on our progress, our goals, as well as on the challenges and limitations we're facing. We're still waiting for our Building Energy Performance Standards, or BEPS legislation, which we introduced a year ago this month to get a vote at the County Council. We continue to find new and innovative financing tools that will help us find the capital we need to continue to electrify our fleet of vehicles, transition our buses to hydrogen fuel, and expand solar throughout the county. Throughout this month, Montgomery County will be honoring Earth Month with volunteer, community, and environmental events that are fun, educational, and bring attention to the importance of caring for the environment. I encourage all residents to visit mygreenmontgomery.org for events and how to participate. This week, we released the findings of the biannual Independent National Community Survey on the livability of Montgomery County. Survey results showed that 90% of residents considered Montgomery County as excellent or good when asked about the county as a place to live, and 86% of the respondents considered Montgomery County as excellent or good when asked about the county's overall quality of life. The results of this survey are reassuring that our efforts had a positive impact on people's lives. The increases in favorable responses to questions about the county's livability and quality of life as compared to previous surveys are a testament to the role our government has played in supporting and protecting our residents throughout these challenging times. The survey is an interesting reflection of where we are succeeding, areas where we need to improve, but most importantly, how our residents are perceiving Montgomery County. Please review these survey results yourself at montgomerycountymd.gov. As for our COVID update this week, our county's 7-day case rate continues to tick up. Our case rate per 100,000 residents has doubled over the past 2 weeks, and while our hospitalizations remain low, they have also increased. We remain in the CDC low community level due to high vaccination rates and low hospitalization rates, but our community transmission level increased from the moderate level to the substantial level this week. This uptick was expected as the BA.2 subvariant continues to grow in the percentage of cases identified, which is now 67% in our region. Our case rate projection shows continued increases over the next several weeks before things level out and peak, and then ultimately wane. The good news this week is that our HHS department experienced a 300% increase in weekly vaccination volume as a result of last week's second booster authorization. But we still have 46.7% of our residents not receiving even their initial booster. Next week is spring break, and we expect that many of our families will be traveling. We want to encourage everyone to continue to be vigilant, continue to test, and report positive test results, and most importantly, get vaccinated and boosted. And if you're traveling someplace where you know has high COVID rates, please use a mask, particularly when you're in crowded spaces with other people. Montgomery County is commemorating National Public Health Week this week, as well as World Health Day, under the theme, Public Health is Where You Are. Over the last 2 years, we've learned firsthand how important public health and our public health workers are to our county's welfare. Although COVID has received the lion's share of attention, our Department of Health and Human Services, along with our state and nonprofit partners, have continued their work to address numerous threats that impact our public health, including substance misuse and addictions, sexually transmitted diseases, mental health, crisis intervention, as well as racism and health inequities. Health is a human right and a priority of my administration. Montgomery County is one of U.S. News and World Report's healthiest communities. In 2021, we were ranked 65th overall, which is up from a ranking of 101 in 2020. This recognition and improvement are due to our county's world-class public health team. I want to thank them for the vigilance, dedication, and professionalism while keeping us safe and healthy. This is the final week of the Maryland General Assembly's 2022 session. They're on a track to pass their capital budget, which includes a $10 million allocation to help take further action for capital funding at the WMATA site in North Bethesda. These funds will allow us to continue to grow a vision of educational and life sciences hub for the region. I want to thank Governor Hogan for this investment and continued commitment to Montgomery County. The capital budget also includes great news for the rest of the county. Thanks to the hard work of our delegation, I'm especially grateful that the delegation, with the leadership of Delegate Corman and Senator Zucker, has included over $60 million for bus rapid transit this year to help us move this landmark program along in the county. I also want to thank the Appropriations Committee for approving $27 million per year to finance the expansion of bus rapid transit. As the state's leader in bus rapid transit, we are grateful for the long-term investment in mass transit in Montgomery County. We cannot go long without hearing other good news for the economy in this county. Recent announcements for lab space and related property in Rockville, Germantown, Gaithersburg, and North Bethesda have exceeded over 3 million square feet of lab space. These announcements show the tremendous potential for Montgomery County to be a national epicenter for jobs and opportunities in these critical industries. I'm also pleased that the County Council passed the county's economic development strategy. With the passage of the Economic Development Strategy Plan, Montgomery County now has a unified vision to further strengthen our county's economy. This plan is a reflection of the work that the county's been moving on as the regional leader in life sciences, hospitality, and a thriving small business economy. And I want to congratulate 3 companies who just graduated from our incubator located in Montgomery College's Pinckney Innovation Complex. Akin Biosciences, Intelligent Fusion Technology, and Ceraxis are choosing to stay in Montgomery County. These 3 companies together have grown to over 50 employees and have obtained millions in private investment as they continue their work in the biohealth and information technology sector. Montgomery County is committed to having an economic development environment that fosters growth and entrepreneurship, And these graduates are just the most recent example of the great work happening in our incubators. Finally, I want to wish the Muslim community of Montgomery County Ramadan Mubarak. Ramadan is the holiest month in the Islamic calendar and reminds us of the richness that Islam adds to our county's diversity and culture. May those observing Ramadan have a joyful fast. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great week.